Hello and welcome back to another episode of Green Money Momentum, where we talk about market movements, making money, and money momentum. And I must say, the month of October has been absolutely crazy. If we're talking about making money and money momentum, this October has been both of that. As you can see, we've upgraded our set. We have both a nice new chair and a microphone. Both are basically gifts from the market. So it's been a very good month, and with those profits, we were able to afford a better setup. So with that being said, I want to talk about a very special stock, and that is American Express AXP. As always, this is not financial advice. I always recommend doing your own due diligence before making any financial decisions. The reason why we're talking about American Express stock today is because tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, they are going to have their earnings call. If you've been in the market long enough, you know that when an earnings call happens, there's always going to be some volatility associated with it. But with an earnings call, you're basically going to have a volatility pop go either way, whether it's, 20% to the upside or the downside. Either way, you're most likely going to see an uptick or a downtick that's pretty significant. So let's start with our technical analysis of American Express and see where we think it's going to go from here. So when we look at it on a one-year chart, it is up 85%, and over the last 5 years, it's up 144%. You could see since 2020, when we had the massive drop-off on March 20th, it's been basically only upticking since then. And I think the earnings call is going to continue to push this stock into even more positive territory. Right now, we are at all-time highs for American Express, and I do believe that we're going to break into a new resistance tomorrow. I do think we might see a price of $300 for American Express stock. I don't think that's too unlikely when we see from just a year ago, we were at $150, so that would be a 100% gain in just the last year. Now, that's just some simple technical analysis I have on the stock. Now, let's take a look at the fundamentals. And I do believe the stock will go to 300 tomorrow, but even if it doesn't, I do believe it will reach there long term and continue to reach even higher highs, 400, 500, and beyond. When we think about the fundamentals of a credit card company in general, they basically have the whole population by the neck. Everybody is in credit card debt, and so basically it's who are you going to use as your supplier. When we look at just the credit card debt for America alone, we are at $1.142 trillion at the moment. And if that's not scary enough, the credit card debt has really risen since 2020 with inflation. $372 billion since the first quarter of 2021. With the pressures of the economy and inflation, I continue to see credit card debt rising from here. And again, it's basically who are you going to use for your credit card? I think American Express is one of the best. If you just look at the real world of credit cards and where they're at, American Express is basically everywhere. So if you're watching an NBA game, you'll see AMEX advertisements. If you're out and about, you'll see AMEX advertisements. If you're at the airport, you'll see something like the AMEX Lounge. And that is why AMEX is such a good credit card to choose. Just getting into AMEX, they may offer you really good offers like 0% interest for over a year. I've had credit cards at 0% interest for 15 months, so that's pretty good. And they have tons of other benefits. So I do believe a lot of the wealthiest people will use the Amex Gold card just because of the benefits with it. Again, if you've ever been traveling, the Amex Lounge is so nice. It could take you away from that commercial feeling of the airport, get you a little more relaxed for when you're traveling from state to state. Not only do they have credits for the airlines, they also have credits for the hotels, Uber, and a whole bunch of other companies. And don't just take my word for it. When you go to the credit card companies comparison for revenues, this is what I just Googled, you could see that American Express is barely trailing Chase in revenue. So not only is American Express's benefits that they offer great and the advertising that they do, but they are also super consistent. They are a company that offers a dividend. So just by holding American Express, you will make money quarterly. This is their dividend history. As you can see, they are super consistent. They've never missed a dividend. And as you can see, each quarter the dividend does rise here. So just in 2015, we were at 26 cents, and now we're at 70 cents. So triple from where we were just in 2015. So as the stock continues to grow and you make the equity off your stock, you could also make a lot of money off the dividends, and those dividends will continue to rise. And just looking at the historical chart again, this is back on the dividends growth. You could see just over time it's continuing to go up, up, and up. And the same could be said for their earnings. We see their net income up 38%, revenue up almost 10% year over year. With earnings coming up, I do see a volatility pop again. I do think this stock will reach as high as 300 in the near future, if not tomorrow. I am pretty bullish on this stock, and I'm also pretty heavily invested. So the volatility that will happen tomorrow will not affect me too much. I don't have too much of a short-term look on this stock as much as I have a long-term look. I kind of look at American Express as not just a blue chip company, but as a gold chip company to say. They are a really great company. They're just like Berkshire Hathaway or even many ETFs people invest into. American Express is everywhere, and it's going to continue to grow with time. Just look at the last 20 years where AMEX has been and where they are now, and as they continue to grow, I could even see them passing Chase in revenues. Each year, their deals are getting better, and I see more and more people hopping onto AMEX. Not only do they have good deals, but I also think AMEX is kind of the cool credit card to be in. So when it comes to just consumer loyalty, I think a lot of that consumer loyalty goes into American Express. I would love to hear what you guys think of the stock. Please leave a comment, please drop a like, and please subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching.